Welcome to session 1 of our 12-week block or 12-week program. I'm going to redo these workouts every 4 weeks. So there'll be 3 workouts that we do exactly the same, repeated for 4 weeks, and then we're going to come up with some new ones. Initially, I had planned that we would have a dietitian, a pop-up Pilates, a men's mental health, and a few other bits and pieces. I'm going to try and still include them, but they're not going to be until these lockdowns are lifted. So we'll be looking further into this 12-week program. There's also a fitness test to do, which I will film and get that up as well. And hopefully we can get back in here as soon as possible. But needless to say, I'm going to get you prepped to do these workouts from home. If you've got weights at home, great, you can add them in. If you don't, that's fine. All of these exercises, all of these workouts are designed so that you can do them with or without weights. Same setup that we've had before, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Stay with the same exercise for 4 rounds. If that doesn't suit you, rotate through them. Once you've got the hang of, or once you've got your technique, once you know what the exercise is, you don't even have to play the video and listen to my voice. You can just turn your music on and go for gold at home. Session 1, we have got a little bit of equipment needed in that you just need something to elevate your heels on to do the squat with. So we're going with heels elevated squats, also called a cyclist squat. What we're doing here is building up a little bit of extra strength in the quad or your VMO muscle, which is around your knee. So we're looking at bulletproofing your knees to prevent injuries. What else have we got? We've got our side plank or the Copenhagen side plank. So that's still in. Step ups or an anterior step down, which I'll show you. So you need something to step up and onto. And then we've got our push-ups. So you can do these from the floor or incline like we had been doing in at the gym. So you can use the kitchen bench, the lounge, a chair. Make sure you pop your chair up against the wall so it doesn't slide on your floor. We're going for no injuries at home, guys. Yeah, and let's get started, okay? So I'll turn this timer on. 40 seconds. We've got the tempo heels elevated squat to start with. So I'm just popping my heels up on this step. You can use a plate weight, a book, whatever, normal distance apart for your feet, and then you're sinking back and down into your squat. So what you will see here is that your toes come forward your knees come forward over your toes. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Sinking back. Good. And I've just remembered that these are tempo ones and we're supposed to be going 2 counts down, 2 counts up, and a little pause at the top. Rest. So 20 seconds of rest. So as I was saying, it's okay for your toes to come forward over your knees in these. What we're aiming to do is strengthen up either side of your kneecap. So I'll go front on for this next one so you can see that you've still got hip width or a little bit further. And you might find that you can sink a little bit lower into your squat. That's it. So by elevating our heels on the squat, we're taking out a bit of the ankle mobility challenges that some of us face. So ankle mobility plays a big role, rest plays a big role in our squat and how deep we can go. So by elevating those heels, you're taking a bit of that mobility challenge out and you can sink a bit lower. I'm going to add some weights to my squat for this round. Heels up, 2 counts down, and 2 counts back up. So you can add weights at home by using those big 10-litre water containers. If 10 kilos is too heavy, don't fill it all the way up. Rest. We've got 1 round left of squats to go. Whew. If you don't have anything to elevate your heels on at home, just do normal squats. Good, guys. So focusing on that tempo. And rest. So that's our first exercise done. We have a minute to rest and recover. And then we're moving into push-ups. So incline or from the floor, that focus is still the same on making an arrow head with your head and your elbows. So we don't want the elbows to flare out to the side like 90 degrees. You want to tuck them in so that we're using more, got more tricep use and protecting the shoulders so that when we push, we sort of tuck our wings in. So what that looks like from the floor, let's see if I can get a front on here. So as you lower down, elbows are in. So we're not looking to flare out, elbows in and making that arrow head. Positioning yourself, kitchen bench, sink, a lounge, a chair or the floor. Big breath in at the top of the push out. Big breath out as you push up and away. Rest. Round 1 of push-ups are done. 3 more rounds of those to go. Here we go. Round 2. So the aim is that we're going to work on getting lower and lower on the incline. Building up the strength in our pec muscles, in our chest muscles. And toning up through our arms. Rest. 2 to go. doing each of these workouts each week alongside of you, as well as the fitness test, and monitoring my progress. Rest, we've got one to go. What I've also added into my workouts is a little bit of HIIT training. So that's basically what the the Gladys workouts have been, using the numbers for the COVID case. I've included some sprint training, last lot of push-ups. So you're welcome to come down to the oval and do some sprints with me if you like. I won't say I'm fast. I timed my 100 meters the other day and it was 22 seconds. Oh, we're nearly there. Rest. Another minute to rest and recover. Okay, so next is our step ups, or the anterior step down. So we did step downs in that initial block, in block 0, I'm calling that one. It was a tester to see how we went. This one, you're standing up on top of your surface and you're actually stepping forward. So notice again that knees coming forward over the toe. Now, if your knees don't like this, if this doesn't agree with you, either start really low or bring it back to a regular step up, okay? So we're going to the front. And what this is doing is, again, working on stability through our knees and our ankles, but it's also helping us, whoopsies, with day-to-day activities. So when you walk down a set of stairs, your knees come forward. We don't walk down a set of stairs maintaining the knee behind the toes. We're coming forward. Rest and swap legs. So again, not all of these exercises are designed to make you hurt, sweat, whatever. How much you sweat isn't a sign of how good your workout was. So we want to go nice and steady, not rushing. As I said, if this does not agree with your knees, switch them up and just do regular step ups. As you get better at these, you can make your step higher, or you can add in some extra weights. Trying to work on keeping our hip and our knee aligned, so you're not pushing over to one side. You want to sink down and up. That's it, minimal movement through the knee. So if you've got a mirror at home that you can do this in front of, and just watch how your knee works, how your knee stabilizes. And please know that being in front of the camera like this is way out of my comfort zone. I would much prefer to be talking to you face to face than watching myself in this little video. But it's also good feedback for me because I can see what my muscles are doing and what this looks like. And already you can see my left side is a bit steadier than my right. Good. Whoops. Done. That was our 4 rounds of that. Okay, so next we have our side plank or Copenhagen side plank. So we remember our setup from these from that block 0. I've kept them in so that you guys can see a little bit more improvement through these. So we want to start on the floor, whether you've got a chair, a bench, the lounge, whatever you're using just to prop that top leg up. If you're not ready for that, stick with your side plank. Just from the floor, bottom knee bent and lifting up. And then once you're ready, then we can think about elevating that top leg. Here we go. 1 foot up, lifting up, and you'll notice I've still got my bottom knee bent. I've got quite a lot of my leg, my top leg on the bench on top, and I'm focusing on length, keeping nice and long and straight from the top of my head through my spine and all the way to my hips. I've got my elbow directly underneath my shoulder and lifting up out of the hips. Rest. Swapping sides. The same setup on the left side. Bottom knee is bent. Elbow directly under the shoulder. And then make sure you're still breathing. Focus on your breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again. So if you want to try a little bit harder this round, you can. If you're a little bit more advanced than where I was just up to, straighten both legs. Elbow still under the shoulder and then lifting up. I'm not quite ready for that just yet. So I'm sticking with that bottom knee bent, maintaining a nice long straight spine. Ooh. Rest, and then let's swap sides. So we've got our last time on the left. So setting up. So I'm a bit stronger on my left side. And then when you're ready, when you're feeling that your adductors have got nice and strong, we can lift that bottom foot up and work on holding the bottom leg up. Done. Whew. Okay, so lastly what we've got is called a KAS Glute Bridge, a KAS Glute Bridge. Basically what that means is we're staying in the top half of our glute bridge. So that means hips stay off the floor, we don't come back down onto the ground to reset. Just staying in that top contracted part of the movement. So if you've got weights at home, feel free to add them in. Make sure if you are using weights that you've got some padding to pop on your hips. Setting up. So feet are hip width apart, heels are close to the butt, we lift off the floor. So that's the top of the move, a little bit down and up. We keep thinking of tucking our pelvis under. So you're tucking your coccyx bone towards your spine or towards your pelvis. So already I can feel that burning in my glutes. Relax. What that looks like without weights, I'll go without weights for this round so you can see where I'm staying. So feet should be able to brush your heels with your fingertips. Knees or feet hip width apart, lifting up, and we want to tuck that pelvis under. And you're staying in that top little section or top contracted part. So where the glutes burn the most is where you're staying. Keep thinking about tucking your pelvis under, so that gives us a long, neutral spine. And rest. Whew. So even without weights, that one burns. So remember to tuck the pelvis. So by tucking the pelvis under, what we're doing is using the glutes and less of our lower back. So what I mean, when you're standing up, so you guys keep going with your glute bridge, but what I mean is when you're standing up, if you push your butt back, so you've got quite a bit of curve in your spine. If you tuck the pelvis under, bring the coccyx bone forward, it flattens your back out. Flattens your back out, your abs start to work a bit more and your glutes are working. Whereas here, these abs, I can't pull them on. I can't make them work if I'm sticking my butt out. Tuck, core works, and we're talking about these abs down here, your lower abs. Tuck, under. Same from down on the floor. If I've got my back arched, I can't engage my core, so I tuck the pelvis under to flatten it, and then lift. Lift, that's it. And what that also helps you do is reconnect with your pelvic floor. Okay, team, that's it. That's our 5 exercises for session 1. Couple that with a walk, with some cardio, and we'll have you guys super fit over the next 12 weeks. Thanks for joining me for session 1, and I look forward to seeing you in session 2. Bye.